Hello YouTube, it's your boy Nathan coming you to do another recap video. Today we are talking Married at First Sight Season 16 Episode 1, Marry Me in Nashville. So we're now in a new season of Married at First Sight. We're kicking off the season in Nashville with 5 new couples all eager to be married at first sight. Married at First Sight, the name just says it all. It's crazy, but the stuff that people come up with on TV. But you know what? You know that there's no saying. Some people will do anything for love, and whatever it takes to find your love, let this be it. So, this episode, we're just basically meeting the couples, having a bachelor and bachelorette party, kind of get a feel of these people. I'm going to name the couples that we're going to be seeing this season. We're going to have a guy named Shaquille and his wife Kirsten, Dominique, and who was it? Man, I'm drawing a blank. I'll come back to that one. But we have Kirsten and Shaquille, Jasmine and Aries, Gina and Clet, Chris and Nicole, and Dominique and McKinney. Dominique was her name. Okay, so I'm going to start with Dominique and McKinney. So Dominique and McKinney, didn't focus heavily much on McKinney, but, Dominique is very, very young. She's 25. She's like the youngest person, I think, ever to be on the show, I believe. I think. Don't quote me on that one. I'll have to come back to that. So, her storyline so far has been, is she ready for marriage? Is she going to be, will she be able to commit? Because during this episode, she still likes to do the party lifestyle. She said the G and O, the girls' night out. She still likes to do all of that right now. And her husband is going to be a little bit older. She said in the matchmaking special that she likes older men and everything. So, she wants that, maturity and stuff. But is she going to be mature? I don't know. When they had the bachelorette party, they had all kind of male exotic dancers at the party, and they were just all over her. She was all over them and everything. So it was just, I don't know how her husband's going to feel watching that. I don't know how McKinney's going to feel watching that. But he had his own little thing too, because he had taken a couple female exotic dancers back, and he said he was on after party of this episode, and he said that he went back and, had a good time. He said that he didn't do nothing wrong, but, so, I know the night before the wedding, you're supposed to get it all out, bachelorette party, but man. So I'm kind of curious to see how this couple plays out. So yeah, guys, this video is going to be really quick. So this is just like an intro and some of what happened in this episode. Next couple is Shaquille and Kirsten. So Shaquille comes from a really Christian base. He's getting his he already has his master's. I think he's getting his master's or his PhD at Tennessee State University, HBCU. Really proud of him. He's a real Christian man, and I think he's really praying. He really prays for this situation this process to work out. And I think Kirsten will be able to match that. Will probably balance him out, because she said that she wanted a nice, attractive black man with a beard and stuff. And on her matchmaking special, she talked about an appropriate size. She wants a certain kind of size and little TMI, but I think she'll make do. I predicted that Kirsten and Shaquille probably will stay married. I think by the faith of God, I think they're going to do just fine. Next is Aries and Jasmine. So Jasmine is a cheerleading coach. Aries, he just lost his father not too long ago. When I first saw Aries, I kind of got like Chris vibes from Paige and Chris from Atlanta from season 12. But when I watched the kickoff special last week, they either say he's either going to be a Chris or Elijah one, and I thought he was going to be a Chris, but he's looking towards more of a Elijah one. I think this experience is going to help him grow. He had mentioned in the episode that a couple weeks before he found out he was getting married that he was intimate with somebody. And he mentioned on the after party, he was on the after party tonight as well. He had mentioned that, when he told that person he was intimate with that it didn't go well and everything, but, he had to drop it and stuff. And so I think like a lot of the experts and a lot of the other predictors think that Jasmine and Aries are going to make it. I hope they do. Jasmine is just really, again, Jasmine's a preacher's daughter. Jasmine said, like, we have a lot of people this season who are really high on their faith, like Preacher's Daughter, it's just Christian-based. It's going to be a really by faith of God season. And me personally, I'm looking forward to that. So I'm I think like his, like, maybe like a little aggressiveness will balance out with Jasmine's calmness and maturity, and they might balance each other out. So I'm curious to see how that goes. Next couple is Nicole and Chris. And Chris is Mr. Nice Guy. Chris is just like me. I like him. He reminds me of me. Chris is just Mr. Nice Guy. He wasn't when he was at the bachelor party, he just was not into it. Nicole, on the other hand, she's very quirky, very, very quirky, very like goofy and just funny. And I think Chris is gonna be like, it's gonna be an interesting dynamic between the two. I'm curious to see how like his maturity and niceness and her quirkiness will match together. Nicole, she had a little too much at the bachelorette party as well. Like, I think it was like, okay, Dominique and Nicole were the ones who did the most at the bachelorette party with the male dancers. Let's just say that. And Nicole had mentioned, I'm still single at the moment. When I don't agree with that, when all of them say that at the bachelor and bachelorette party that they're still single, not really, because you just found out that you're going to be getting married. So once you found out that you were getting married at first sight, you're no longer single. You are engaged, okay? Just because you haven't met the person yet, I get it, but you are still engaged. Just saying. Just saying, you signed up for this process. The minute that they said we found your match, you're getting married in 2 weeks, you are officially off the market. The point blank. So yes, you want to have your little fun, but you still got to be respectful. That this is being filmed on TV and that this is going to be watched. Now, do you honestly think like the bride and the grooms are going to like this, seeing this back? Nope. Just saying. So yeah, that was Nicole and Chris, and last is going to be Clint and Gina. Now, Clint reminds me of Mitch from last season in San Diego. He's in his 40s. Gina, she's really like, she's the older lady. She's like 35. Like, she says she's going to be the mom to the girls and stuff and everything. Mitch seems like a very like funny, not Mitch, Clint seems like a real funny, going to be very outspoken, going to be really goofy, probably a little immature for his age. I don't think Gina's going to be putting up with it. This is going to be, those are the two oldest people who are on the show, and they're matched. I think they're probably matched by the age. But, I guess Clint at the bachelor party, he did the same thing. Like, he had the female exotic dancers, all over him, and they went back and had some fun. I'm not saying he did anything, but no. So throughout the episode tonight, the girls just talked about what they're nervous about, and everybody was saying their dad. All the girls said their dad. The guys, on the other hand, talked about when was the last time they were intimate. And Aries and Clint had gotten numbers and were intimate before finding out they were going to be getting married. And they claimed that they had dropped those people right away after they found out, which is good. Do I believe it? I don't know. I should. I'll give them, you know, for week one, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt week 1 and just believe them. But I wouldn't be surprised if stuff comes out and says otherwise by mid-season or the end of the season. Chris said that he had gotten on the matchmaking episode that he gotten a number like the night before, and he almost got a number, but he didn't take it or something like that. So, you know, they're feeling a little bit better that they did that. But, you know, on After Party, Keisha Knight Pulliam's husband, Brad, I mentioned, you know, there's nothing wrong with that because, you know, I mean, it's a backup plan. But, you know what, did they really think they were going to get picked? So if they weren't going to get picked, at least they still got something to look forward to and stuff. And so, but they got picked. And so now they got to be mature about it. So that was basically that. So in this towards the end of this episode, we were leading up to our first wedding. We didn't get the chance to see the wedding. We had a cliffhanger to it, and that was Kirsten and Shaquille's wedding. And Kirsten and her mother was nowhere to be found at first. Like, they were calling her and she was just not picking up, and they're getting kind of concerned and everything. But then she showed up, and apparently it was revealed on After Party that she was at the hotel the whole time and that her mom was always late for everything. So Kirsten didn't overreact. She was just like, you know, this is my mom, you know, like, but I don't need this today, basically. And Shaquille, he had his grandmother with him throughout this process in the beginning, and she just like said, keep God first. And that's all I needed here, keep God first. And she was just so sweet. Now, it was revealed on After Party that Shaquille's grandmother did pass away. And that just like, and on After Party, he broke down, and I almost broke down with them because his grandmother was just looked so sweet. It was so sweet. It was very supportive. And yeah, losing a really close grandparent like that, I'm just getting wheezy just thinking about it, you know. So Shaquille and Kirsten, like I said, they left with the cliffhanger on their wedding. So yeah, guys, that's basically it for this episode. You know, we're just basically there's not much to dive in. You know, the bachelorette party with the girls was more crazier than the bachelor party with the boys. But you know, I think some people gotta really, they better treat this marriage right, because better take it seriously, because this is not. Some of them did not leave a good first impression, in my opinion. And I'm going to have a major opinions throughout this season. It's going to be a fun one to watch. But I know I'm going to have my hands full in this season. And I can't wait. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I will be back on Sunday, Monday to do part 2 of the Happily 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After Tell-All. By the way, it was just revealed today that 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way is coming back on January 29th. So looking forward to that. I'll talk more about that on Sunday, Monday, when I recap Happily Ever After and who the couples are going to be. So thank you guys for watching. Again, please like and subscribe to my channels. Happy New Year to all you guys, and I hope you all have a happy, safe, and blessed day. So good. Have a great day, everybody.